It's not for a particular state, Mr. Speaker. The Southeast need to be included. That is my point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Begging to be included in a developmental project in a country that we call our own country. What do you say? What do you call that? You know, I say this, I continue saying this. If, for example, it was Northeast or Northwest that was excluded from this developmental project, that place, Nigeria will never contain everybody. That place, they will fight physical fighting there. As they are fighting physically, Boko Haram and all that are pumping everywhere until they will change that thing immediately. You see why I tell you that in this world, you see why I tell you that in this world is a world of power, might, where might is right. If you continue being weak, you continue living as a slave. That is why there is no rest, no peace for the weak, not the wicked. The wicked has peace. The wicked enjoys peace. That is why when you start quoting all that Freemasonry puzzle, you try to understand many things. There is no peace for the weak. That is why our people say, Mr. Speaker, please include us now. Others keep quiet, but they are afraid. How can we be in a country like this? How? Nothing happening. It's not a big news. You know, it doesn't shake anybody. Our people continue going to markets. You know, good. Now, how would they react? Whereby there is one spirit that fights for them. Why would they react? How would they react? And our Igbo politicians, they keep quiet because there is no pressure on them. After all, it didn't concern them. They have their billions. They are receiving their remunerations. Almost 300 million every year for each senator. So why would they be concerned? Without the rising up of the people, the politicians become dictators. That is it. That is what is in Nigeria. They only use the population as a means, as a tool, nothing more. As a tool to make sure that they showcase that they are working for the people. Whereas the people, the Nigerian population is dead, zombies. Once 2020, 5 years ago, when NSAS protest ended, was failed. There I know that no more hope, no single hope again for Nigeria. When they use ethnicity, tribal virus, in order to scatter a revolution, people's revolution that should have succeeded. So what are you saying? They scattered it. That's why today, I made a comment on Vanguard. Once you go to their midst, I made make a comment section in their newspaper or Yoruba forum. Whatever you say, whether you are making point or they don't want to go to that point you are talking. They don't want the suggestion of what you bring out. No person will go there in order to talk about the topic. Who said it? They will go and say, na Biafra, na this Biafra people. That is what they have been programmed into. That is why I say Nigeria is irreparable. Nigeria is a huge mess. It's irreparable. When I look at the people being moving around and round, let me tell you, we need to see with Biafrans. Okay, let us carry sentiments. I got 8 checkmate with P2B. For P2B, he can be a willing tool just to be there to answer the president of Nigeria. If P2B not there, before God and man, and they will suffer much more and more. Mark what I'm telling you. though they will not let him. But in case if they, because of Obasanjo, somebody like Obasanjo, he can suggest that, look, in order to crush IPOB once and for all, let us and the president just for 4 years, so that I know how he must behave now. Obasanjo, this man is the worst. When I study many things and how he does his behaviors and his role in the war, I said, no, we have been misplacing priority. Obasanjo is the green snake in the green grass. I'm telling you, he is the worst of worst. Obasanjo, you are seeing, he's still alive. He have released another book, or his own book. Are you hearing me? He can tell them, because Obasanjo is the person that ended Biafra, and it's not through the firearms. No, it's not through the barrel of guns. Obasanjo used the money. Remember, Obasanjo speaks to fluent Igbo. Obasanjo, you are seeing. Obasanjo na see Igbo carry agwa. For your Obasanjo na no Igbo carry anybody. Are you hearing me? So he know for him, he know how to tackle Igbo man. Remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started first, he was the first person to say, another Igbo man don't come out to Biafra when they need money. When you think deep into it, whenever an Igbo man needs money, he will talk or shout to Biafra, and he will be settled. There is a deep meaning on it. And when Ekperima came out, he was the first person to promote Ekperima. Do you connect the dots? What Obasanjo is doing? What Obasanjo is doing against Igbo people? People don't know why my destiny break. Yes. So, what am I going to say? What Obasanjo is the evil role he has been playing since 1970 to today. I'm telling you. And do you know that many of our people take him as a Indibo one? No, I don't know. Our people are so gullible, very easily deceived. They don't look at the deep side of the sea. They don't look deeply. A very, very shallow-minded set of people. That is why go to these miracle centers, churches, everywhere in Yoruba land. It is the Igbos that are the donators. They are the followers everywhere. VDM Birat, China. Oh, Ndibo, hey, oh, Anetoya, Ndibo. Very easily deceived. One person will promote him, Now they make business, You'll be thinking how much you will get this and that from him. I can even get the contact from him. I can even get contact. Before you know, you promote him. They don't think deep. Go to the free Yoruba churches. You see, is Igbo people there. They are always all these mega churches, more than 80%. Go to Igbo man church like this Ebukobi. Yeah. Check whether there is any Yoruba man, any Yoruba person there. Just check how many Yorubas are there. They are calling us that I am there, and we are people. We are. It's not we self. Because we are saved. IPOB, once you are a genuine IPOB, you are saved. Once you are a genuine, student of Radio Biafra, you are saved. You are out of that, that gullibility. Check. Look at Ebukobi Church. How many Yoruba people are there? How many? But can you control Igbo man? No, can you tell him don't go to that community? He tell you no, it's there. My personal encounter. I encountered. So who are you? When he started my business started moving. All that matters to him is that is a personal, that is an individual encounter, his individual benefit. He don't look around to see the bigger picture, because our people don't have that deeper sense of reasoning. What they see is, my individual interest. That is what he knows. You tell him, no, this your individual. Yes, you have individual private interest. You benefit, yes, but it is against that. Your benefit is against our collective interest. I beg, now you to give me food. I beg. Sometimes when you say, okay, with this suffering, yeah, Nigeria, continue. Yeah, because let it continue. So that I know here by force. I'm telling you. Do you see when the Fulani, when they order a few years back, when they order the Northern Consultative Forum, order the Northerners in Biafra land to move, they obeyed like one man. They say their convoy, they have convoy of more than 1,000 vehicles. Both small vehicle, big vehicle, they full there, going. There is command. They are sending message to you that look, we are not like you, that we are like one, we are one people. When they make noise, it becomes a bunch. But tell you, man, now, yes, he will tell you, now you pay my. All those people that we are moving out from our land that time under only one command. Many of them left their some of their belongings there. Not all of them carried it. They leave it there saying, this one, they say, the people that say this, at least we are one people. So my small property is not going to be more than our collective interest. So they enter motor, start move. Until they tell them to stop. I don't know whether it's local. They don't stop going. Do you see? You know that all here our civilization is advanced character. You know, I used to say it. When you talk about civilized character, it's about organizability. Being able to be organized. Being able to organize and be organized. That is simple. Civilization, civilized character. That is what it means. Some people think that this is she can do, but no, no. He's killing us. He's a primitive character, very primitive. You know, there is no way we are blended or ideologically trained, disciplined. No. That is why I also say, this is my own view. For you to get a pure democracy, I mean real genuine democracy, the people you must either is a people that are monarchical, that are feudal. These are the people that can engage in genuine democracy. These are the people that can advance more. Do you know the problem we have? Our system of life, our system of government. So Nigeria entered, Britain came and scattered this our system. This year we don't know east, west, north, south concerning ourselves. We don't know nothing. We are people. It's just like let me give you an example. If you go in a bunch, we are in a place, ants place, where millions of ants are gathered in a bunch. Maybe you use leg or use a stick, scatter that place. They will be in disarray. Try it. They will be in disarray. Some are going east, some are going west. They'll be scattered. That is the way we were treated. That is the way on the board. That is why no person can control nobody. The worst people or the hardest people to control is in Nigeria. I am telling you. And it's a sickness. That is why You know, what we are doing is very, very hard. It's very hard. Just check our people. Just check both my social media. Whereas is his platform. His own thing. How can you control him? Only Bokega control. Say one mechanic. No, you have to preach every day. You go at it or jogging. Why? As he's telling you why, maybe you may explain. You will explain from now till tomorrow. I'll see you here. No. But why are you? Why can I? Or another thing? Why you have to explain? Maybe the explanation can take 1 year, and that time here maybe go. The Fulani, once they receive, that's why the Fulani, the whole radio, they are trained to obey orders. That is their life. They obey orders. They respect the hierarchy. You know, sometimes we brag in stupidity. That is what they don't bow down to anybody. There is good and it's very bad also. There is good and bad aspect of it. He made us not to be trained or disciplined at all. Because had it been, the European didn't interrupt our system. That is where it would have been. We will organize and develop it, advance that system. It will be second to none in the whole world. But Britain came and interrupted it, scattered us, just like as I say, you use stick to scatter a bunch of thousands, hundreds of thousands of ants. They become confused. They don't know this one going here, this one. That is what they did to us. Britain did to us. Until today, would they now amalgamate us into Nigeria? And they saw that they now increase the tempo. Carry us now, give into the caliphate, give to the hands of the caliphate. So there is nothing again. You see that? So imagine a country we call our country, and we are, our region east is 100% completely, sidelined from 2025 Nigerian budget, developmental budget. Imagine. And everything is still going as if nothing happened. Audio.
Thank you, Honorable. I am sure
we're in a mess.
In the course of the year that might.
Mr. Speaker, no other time. It is now. Let us do it now. Mr. Speaker, observation. They are already ongoing now.
Yours is noted, Honorable, and will bring it to the attention of Mr. President.
I will bring it to the attention of Mr. President. They are it's our fate. They are deciding. No, don't worry. Your own is not an issue. Igbo man, I beg. I will bring it to the attention of Mr. President.
Order.
In the near future, we'll ensure that that balancing is done. Okay. Please, let's make progress.
Order, please.
Do you see how they sidelined even our voice? A great Igbo race, Biafrans in general. The other one, South, objection, South for the red. Do you see how they just say? Do you know what happened here? Every day I used to listen to this, I used to watch, and I start getting another dimension. I say, do you know what happened here? It's another defeat. They defeated us, another defeat in the war. That is it, direct. The way they sidelined us, our region, Biafra land, and they used voice for fun. I beg, wait, we are going to check it another time.
Border communities infrastructure carried. Military barracks accommodation carried. Military
Defense has already overtaken it.
Total capital supplementation carried. Total capital
Observation, Mr. Speaker. South for the rail. South. Decorum, please. My highly esteemed colleagues, decorum, please. Let's maintain some kind of decorum, please.
Order, please. when I'm talking, you are not supposed to also be talking. You can only raise your voice and expect to be recognized. But it's not good when we are talking, you are also talking. It's very dishonorable to us. Please. I have made my own statement or remark concerning that particular observation. And what I said is that we would bring this to the attention of Mr. President. Likely there may be another supplementary within the year. If that kind of opportunity unfolds, we will make sure that this request is channeled. Okay?
Do you see how they sidelined our own future? It just, it's not a big deal. Don't worry, I've said it. When I'm talking, nobody should be talking. So, I have had your cry. Likely, if there is another supplement in the future, in the near future, maybe, he said, maybe I will bring it to the notice of the president, and maybe your issue will be channeled. Not it will be done even. Your issue will be channeled. Tomorrow, I said, no crime fool in our land. There is a crime, there is a criminality, there is a this and that. You don't know that this is the problem. I saw people that they killed one very innocent big rare iwi, sorry. They are saying that he come to steal their destiny. They don't know that this is where their destiny our destinies are being stolen. They don't know. So how can you sometimes now say, because how do we enlighten our people? How do they listen? I cannot understand. They channel them that look, your destiny is being, there is one rat, is a witch. It's a holder of your destiny. It is your grandfather that is in the village that is. Whereas look at the holders of our destiny, destroyers of our destiny, and our people don't know. How do you tell them? How? Sometimes I'm not saying, how can you remove our people from gullibility for them to understand the reality that is facing us? How? It's very, very sad, honestly speaking. Very, very sad. Look at how they are deciding our fate with a wave of hand. Don't worry, I will. If I maybe let me.
Another supplementary within the year be another. And what I said is that we'll bring this to the attention of Mr. President.
I will bring this to the attention of Mr. President.
Likely there may be another. There may be another supplementary within the year.
Likely and maybe is under probability. They are deciding our fate. Look at the people that are holding our destiny. They are just waving it, they are just dismissing it with a wave of hand. Just another, maybe, likely, maybe.
That kind of opportunity unfolds.
That kind of opportunity occurs.
We will make sure
that
this request is channeled.
That this is not saying that no, we are going to do it. I will tell the president to do it. He said that this request we are making now is too late, so we are going to channel it next time. If there is maybe another supplementary budget, and the Igbo politicians are there, they didn't make noise. They don't know that this is where our fates, our future are being decided. They don't know. They don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad. We say how many? I don't know. Is our people listening to what we are talking? That is a challenge. They don't even have electricity. They don't have electricity. Some of them, you put here, you go where you are living. You see somebody living in a street where he is charging batteries, maybe 200, 300 meters. He will go and keep it there to charge his battery, and he will pay. They hold us hostage in life, and our people are there looking for who is holding us. Our people are looking for who is holding their destiny. How can you tell our people? Sometimes I don't know. I'm telling you. Sometimes you want to be frustrated. How is our people going to be removed from this primitive ignorance that our people are in? Look at how they discarded very openly and easily discarded, the future of a population. And nothing happened. The politicians are there. Our people are there going to market. Second now, what you go do now? Now so Jehovah ways leave everything for God. Don't worry. If they want to let them do anything, we will survive. Now lie. Not everything you can survive. Are you hearing what I'm doing? Do you know what is survival? When you can be able to, do you think that we are surviving? We run away. We are in exile. For your information, also not only going abroad, but also running away from our land, where you cannot make it until you move out from our land. There is something wrong in a country where only when you think you can make it the way you want is when you move away from our land. Do you see that? Do you see that? It's very, very horrible, honestly speaking. I'm saying it. The only thing, yes, Mazi, the only thing that can save us or continue saving us is IPOB. That is why you must support IPOB. You must support IPOB, whether you like it or not. It's a necessity. It's not something that may be optional. No, it is a complete necessity. How they decide fate, they did it in 2015 or thereabout, by making sure to sideline our land from the money, $22.7 billion they borrowed for railway line, and they openly sidelined. They tested the waters. Our so-called politicians, they come out and cry like rats. Anyway, for the betterment of Nigeria, for the unity of Nigeria, we didn't do anything, so we will keep quiet as good citizens, and that is why they can sideline no development. Tinubu have signed another dry port in Oyo and I think Ondo, Oyo or Ogun. Two places in the west. Whereas we are crying, shouting, no way. Your issue is not it's not serious. It's not a serious issue, because we don't have the politicians that are ready to fight. We don't have the population that can rise up and at least fight as Nigerians. No way. No population. No. Everybody is time is money. How are you going to leave your market, leave your job, and go and do protest for what? I beg. Not only you, very selfish. He said, only me they suffer. No, I beg. Let me hustle and pray to my God. Everything will be okay. It's very terrible. Our situation is very. I continue making it. It's a duty to continue telling our people how the terrible situation we are in. I'm telling you. It's not to make us fear, no, but that is the reality facing us, so that we know what we are doing, so that if you are joking, you buckle up. If you thought that no, we are not a people that say no, we leave it for God. No. We are the people to carry that burden. The burden is on our shoulders, all of us. That is the thing. You know, I used to say this: the Europe you are enjoying today, you don't know how they suffered. No, do you? Do you? You don't know. Do you know First World War? Do you know millions of people? I'm not talking now from 1914 to. I'm not talking of even the 100 years war. I'm not talking of European 30 years of war. They were fighting for ideological coherence to make sure to make sure that they revive or reshuffle themselves. It's not easy. Do you know that during the First World War, before the First World War, part of Ukraine was in Austro-Hungarian Empire. Do you know that? Part was in Soviet Union. Do you know that? Many other countries were even inside the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It was the defeat of Second World War. First World War. The defeat of Austro-Hungarian Empire, and together with these people, Germany, that made many countries to be liberated from Austro-Hungarian Empire. And now it remains only that Austria. Hungary move out. It remains only Austria, that small country today. That small country you are seeing, Europe. You didn't know how they fought. You didn't know how people were massacred for them to arrive to what they are enjoying today. That is why they are sometimes I don't blame them. I don't blame the Europeans for being highly brutal, because they study how they come to what they are today. They don't want to lose anything. They don't want to go back. Like some of our politicians, no come on neri webede no come ya we enoro okwe na wata onu na ebido bediri onoro like that onoro na go instead of nke onu ribegoro diwe ozie ya ni say ya no that one not the worst. That is why Europeans are I never see people that are brutal like this. They are the number one brutal set of human beings in the world. You see the Europeans. I'm not talking of 15th century or yesterday. No, even till today. When you watch their actions, you see that they are mean. They are government. They are government. When it comes to their interests, they don't look at your face. They don't see anything. They don't see anything. That is why they can go out and make sure that they exploit they don't care butchering everybody in foreign country to bring the loot for them, for their people, because they know what they suffered. Do you think that development, being advanced, being developed, is an easy thing? It sacrifice the plenty now. You have to sacrifice lives, because you can never eat your cake and have it. You can never be, you'll be a peacemaker. No, I don't want problem. And all of a sudden, you become advanced. You become developed. You have a very good society. You look at the Fulani, how they are. Do you think the Fulani, they are not dying? Do you see how they are fighting like anything? They are fighting for tomorrow, for their future generation, to make sure they gather as many land, to occupy, to colonize. That is how it is. You must be brutal as a people. You must, in order to persevere, in order to earn good life for the future of your children. You must be brutal as a people. That is what the Fulani are doing. I'm not glorifying them, but I'm giving you example. This thing they have been doing since Ottoman Danfodio, or conquering, killing people. They are, when you are in a war, they also die. They sacrifice. They don't care. They don't care, but they have a focus. If you are not able, or you are not ready to accept casualty figure, There work where there is no. If you love life, like an easy life now, it's terrible. I'm telling you. The Fulani, the way they hate life, they don't care about their lives, and that is why an ejina knows. So what am I trying to say? We have to carry that regalia. We need to put on that cloak of brutality. I'm not talking about the individual, no. Or that is the focusing, making sure that look, we are, even if we have even if they kill 80% of us, no problem. But we must get what we want. We must fight. Do you know Vietnam? I've said it here. The northern Vietnamese, America, they are good in air warfare. They are good in bombardment. They are good in technological warfare. They from far, they bomb you. But both on the ground, they are not good in war fronts, in sending human beings. Because they love life to the extent to sustain casualties. Like that. It's not that is one point Russia is also good at. They don't care about they are very good in conventional warfare. Russia, Soviet Union, that is now Russia. Are you hearing me? So in Vietnam, despite the air superiority, the technological advancement of United States, the Viet Congs, they are, if you see them, you think that how I want very tiny set of people. Many of all these Asians, they are tiny. But you think that as they are tiny, that is how their mindset is as strong as steel. They don't give a damn. They say, the northern Vietnamese, they say, instead of America to defeat us, instead we are ready to give almost all of us as casualties. If it remain one person, let it continue as but we must win. These people, they endured, I say, extreme suffering. America used Agent Orange, nav gas to bombard them from air. They will incinerate the whole forest. They don't care. You see these people carrying bicycle, or carrying weapons. They will line up in rugged jungle road, inside jungle. Both men and women. They are on. They don't even. There is no difference between men and women. What I'm telling you, you will hold two people you will, focus and don't be to achieve their collective interest. It's not like you want hey, no, they will kill us, and we are dying. We love life. We love life, and this is a weak point our enemies have seen. But you know why they are afraid of IPOB? We are not like a conventional Igbo people. No. They now understand that this is another breed of Biafrans that are different. Because we are ready to die for what we believe. We are ready to die for our cause. It doesn't matter what happens. We don't care about money. We are unbribable. This is what makes Obasanjo jittery. I'm talking of Obasanjo because he is an evil man, the most evil. What I'm telling you, they will play, as our brother said last time, they will play their last card to destroy IPOB, to make sure they give a figurehead, an Igbo figure. You will make Nigeria good. What matters to P2B is just to be a figurehead, to be a president, and now we are His Excellency. The same thing that Zikiwe did, the same ambition. just to be the president. He doesn't care the repercussion, but he didn't evaluate anything. What matters to him is he wants to be the president, and he was given the presidency. Britain prepared the president and give to him in their own way. Peter Bino now on a wire now, or guy here, now you see our people with the same sentiment, idiots. Again, with the same sentiment, people that can never change. Here on air, I gonna go one year. I'm telling you. Tomorrow now, hey, with the sentiment, I be a bit now, guy will can wire. Little be up, like this, again, who talk a shame, number 6. From there, get her own case here, mayor, before you know, so let us calm down first. Mark my word today. Tomorrow, put time election. So-called IPOB members are gonna go like this. Now let us leave it. Now I think again idea. Now is our benefit. I may see like this. I see a man guy in my hand. The boy Nibo. My creation shortcut. Is this something? Our people now have the mindset of easy cut. Now that is why our people are foolishly lavishing in idiocy, superstition. They're full in prayer houses. No, this is our people love a shortcut. There is no shortcut. Ask the Europeans. You are hearing my voice from there. Make researches. How are they where they are today? Are you hearing me? During the Second World War, America and the other allies, they planned, mostly America and Britain, Eisenhower and Winston Churchill. When they planned the Normandy landing, do you know that French President Charles de Gaulle, he didn't know about it. They hid it from him because even they didn't trust him. He was in Algeria. I told you that he formed the government in exile in Algeria. You know, they don't tell you all this part of a story history so that you don't glorify Africa. They don't want anything that will make sure to glorify Africa. What they always bring out is where, that's the African continent, to make sure that, it is vilified, demonized, good for nothing. But Hitler, Germany invaded France under a few months of Second World War started. And he ran away. Their president ran away to Algeria and formed the government in exile. When he came to London was at the last minute, few days to the counter-attack in Normandy in order to liberate France. They invited Charles de Gaulle, President Charles de Gaulle. He flew to London. He was all the while he was in Germany. Are you hearing me? It was in 1944. That was when they explained to him. That time they have made the whole plan. Winston Churchill and Eisenhower, they have made the whole plan and preparations because they know that Charles de Gaulle is because he was a refugee. So telling him he can spoil something out of excitement. So they allow until a few days before the operation. They called him, come to London. He went to London. There they exposed to him the issue. He said, what? Really? He was excited. Before you know, on I think June 6th, 1944, Winston Churchill gave order. Okay. They can go. Now they started. They landed in Normandy, in France. Do you know how many people perished in one day? Do you know? No, you are enjoying the Europe today. You don't know how the First World War. That was the first time they operated trench warfare. People died. Millions and millions of Europeans died. Russians, Europeans, they died like flies. After the First World War, they now have disease, outbreak of diseases, whether cholera. He slaughtered, he killed many Europeans. I think 1920s. To the extent that once you have any slightest sickness, show of a symptom of any sickness, they carry you. There is one island in Italy. That complete island is still abandoned till today. That is where they isolate European sick people that time. Millions of people were decimated in Europe. You didn't know what they suffered. You think that our people, we love miracle because it is what is being pumped in our brain day and night. No, receive your miracle. You will stay, you rise up, and after our situation will change. My brother, you work hard for it. We IPOB, we are not superstitious. We face the reality. It is difficult. What we are doing is tedious and difficult, but not impossible. So we have to face it. That is why we always talk of the messy situation. We expose the messy situation we are in, so that for you to know, we are not expecting any miracle. We are the miracle. We are the purveyors, the authors of our own miracle. It happened everywhere. The countries you are going seeking asylum, some you are looking, it's good. You didn't know how they suffered to reach where they are today. That is why when they tell you, hey foreigner, come on, go, don't vex, don't be annoyed. Don't vex. They suffered in order to build their own country. What you are seeing is the result. You don't see the process, how the thing came, how they arrived where they are. This is what we are teaching. Are you hearing me? South Sudan fought for 39 good years, two wars, 22 years. The second war is 17 years of war, and they are still managing, because building a nation is a process. It's not something automatic. Sometimes you go this way, it didn't work. Sometimes you go you come back again. There will be bloodshed. Any movement for building of nation, there is bound to be bloodshed. People dies. That is how nations are built. America fought independence war. After they fought a very brutal civil war, very brutal, highly brutal one among themselves. But you are there today, enjoy it. Hey, I'm here in the States, I have blue passport. Do you know how they manage their lives? Do you know what about the Great Depression? When people, do you know that Americans were selling their own children in order to eat? Americans, it happened in America. Do you know that? Now you are seeing the good result. Americans, during the Depression, the Great Depressions, families were selling their children. If they have 3 children, they will sell 1 or 2 in order to feed the other one. Do you know that it happened in America? You are enjoying it today as if it's a miracle. It just happened. No. That is why we need to build a viable, vibrant country. We need to be focused. It's not a joke. For your information, we must continue. And let me talk about this breaking news, please. Let me talk about this breaking news. This news that we are seeing, because they are taking us for granted, but it's not going to be like that. I'm telling you, it's not going to be like that. That the information reaching IPOB intelligence unit has it that Abia State Police Commissioner Danla Deesa just summoned the people of Umpa in Ben, the local government Abia, over reports of Fulani headsmen brought to his office for investigation of a murder case against Umpa people brought by the Fulani headsmen. Information has it that those invited for questionings are Umpa Central Development Union, National PG, Bishop-elect Ugo Nwosu, the Secretary General of the Union, NS Lekweke, and the local vigilante commander, Mr. Okechukwu Felix Okoro, the women and the youth leaders. Those mentioned above were questioned for hours at the police station and then brought to the supposed crime scene where the assert the murder took place, with the DPOs from Bendo, Zakol, and the Sikuato divisions all participating in this questioning. The Abia State Police Commissioner must be advised that Abia State, a part of Biafra, is not Yobe State, where Sunday Jackson received a death sentence for protecting himself from Fulani headsmen. Of course. You see why these people are doing this? To assert that superiority complex that they are the owners of the land for Nigeria. So, any Fulani, or any report they bring to them, whether fake or good or real, they must make sure to intimidate people. And do you know one thing? These people that we are questioning, now, they are bringing names, out of fear. They are calling names. There are these people there, and before you know it, there will be a scapegoat. Maybe those that didn't even know nothing about it. These PGs and Bishop-elect and all of them, Secretary General of Union, NS Lekwe and all of them, they were interviewing them and they started calling names of people. What they didn't know. But out of panic, they were calling names that, okay, we will see. There are people that we need to call. Before you know, they will go and, intimidate innocent people and bring in order to satisfy the full. Do you see what is happening? Do you see why I tell you that these people, they know what they are doing? They make sure that there's they make sure to intimidate anybody that touches any Fulani, so that tomorrow you think twice before you touch them. But it's not for IPOB. That is why the ESN tactical team has been ordered to enter Nkpa. We are saying it openly, and perform a comprehensive search in Nkpa and its vicinity. Deal with any Fulani headsmen encountered there. This serves as another. Biafran territory is not included in the northern or western regions where Fulani headsmen operate unimpeded and face no repercussions. Because these people, they are doing it, they are doing it everything with impunity, that that they are the landlords and we are the squatters. No, it doesn't go like that. That's why the ESN tactical team has been ordered to enter that axis in order to perform comprehensive search in Nkpa and its vicinity, to deal with any Fulani headsman found they encountered it here. They know now. Ask Fulani headsmen in our land. Or here are some people na tagari on okay, yeah, IPOB name. Gwa headsmen, Johan here and Gabika with the ESN. Ask them now. They know. So this nonsense should stop. Look at another news headline. I mean, when people the Fulanis are proudly behaving like this. Now, do you know, like the other day I said something, how our people are missing, are being killed quietly in the north. Because no person talks for us. And our people are a people that we are programmed to endure. Leave it in the hands of God. No, God will vengeance for the Lord. I'm not born with you and Nobi and the Polonia and the Abu one them. I'm not born on. And when on Hebrew is nothing, it's just you are just making vocal sound. And what are you able? The wicked are happy, enjoying their wickedness, killing our people in the north. Now there's this guy named Zunobi. Maybe he's a toss paper. He was kidnapped on his way from Kaduna to East along the Tobe Road in Kogi last week. And the Fulani kidnappers that kidnapped him, they called and collected a ransom of about 10 million naira and still kill him because he's on Yamini. And the writer said the news broke out this morning as the whole automobile spare parts dealers were in shock. This guy he's from Iboku in Anambra, to be precise. They expressed shock. What you see, RIP, rest in peace. Hey, one in a while. Igbo people, just like sheep. Hey, Chineke, I reject to be sheep. Chineke, how can a whole Igbo race, the descendants of almighty Ekumeku warriors, people that are feared everywhere, how can we descend like this and become chickens? They program us, cast a spell on us, on our cast a spell on our people, calling us sheep. And we accept it. We need to reject this sheep, please. Do you see? I said the other day, the Fulani, they organized a protest in Jos that their tanker drivers, some of their tanker drivers were killed in the east, which is lie. They organize just all these things just to stoke up a problem, to make sure that for them to see, for people to see them as victims. Can our people organize something like this? Who will bail the cat in our land? By our people. Who will bear the cat? When are we going to remove ourselves, mutate from very primitive, individualistic people down to an organizable set of people that can look at issues with collectivity? Now, this is what IPOB is trying to do. This man, he has been killed. Maybe he's the breadwinner of his family. He has been kidnapped by the Fulani. Who had it? Only on Facebook write-up. Nothing on the ground. People that know him, the market he was, they express shock. Now, wow, all of them, when you watch all of them, you will see them, hey, now, RIP. Hey, now, wow. Now, wow. Oh, God, into your hand with them. Oh, God, rise up and fight for us. No, God will fight for you. I'm telling you here on Radio Biafra, the fight is you, that is we that is going to do it by ourselves. There is no God from everywhere, no spirit that is going to do it for us. So nothing. It's just here. I won't catch you. Very bad. We need to expose the reality and tell ourselves the truth, so that we know the mess we are in, so that we can be able to rise up and be the lion that we used to be. That is it. Instead of pushing it that don't worry, God will be in control. There is no God in control. For your information, a word of God don't know control. What of those other people, the enemies that are killing you? Don't they have God? What they are doing, they do it. It's not God that is killing. No, it's not the Allah that is killing. They are killing for the Allah. We need to rise up and take the bull by the horn. That is it. In order for us to survive. Now they have before you know, in Bend, the local government, they will start killing our people, and our governors will even sanction it. Will be quiet. Because they want to maintain their political position. Why is our people playing this type of politics? Politics of self-destruction. Why is it so? Selfishness is destroying us. I'm telling you honestly, extreme selfishness. That is one thing we need. If we are able to overcome this selfishness as a people, we are saved. And I know that we will be saved because of IPOB. Because in IPOB we are selfless. That is why you see us doing the little we can. Each and every one of us. Volunteering, broadcasting, talking, spending my time, putting my money, everything, in order to contribute. I say, somebody asked me privately, maybe you want to think that I'm a person that can be broken. Every time I think you know. It's psychological issue. You don't know that I'm not a person you play a psychological warfare on. I will use it back on you. You don't manipulate me, I'm a manipulator. You don't do that. I'm telling you honestly. So, we are voluntarily doing our job in order to save our collective interest. That is the thing, and that is the only thing that can save us. These people, they want everybody to accept that they are the lords in Nigeria, the Fulani. That you don't dare touch them, you don't dare do anything to them, that there is repercussion. Do you see? That is the reason why also, why if you see they catch a Fulani killer, they will maybe in Biafra land, even in different parts of South, they will treat him like an egg. because they know that. Do you see the reason of repercussion? But you see, Igbo man catch his fellow Igbo that steal a telephone. I'll buy your immediately, because they know that no person, or an Igbo man like me, no person speaks for us. This fellow slave. One on you go there, one on nothing. People will come and say, yes, Ajagike, that yes, you have removed that useless idiot, because no person talks for us. But this situation must change. It should start changing from our head, from our mentality. I'm telling you that we are human beings, that we need to stand our ground. We need to be able to accept any type of situation, casualty. But we must be focused in making sure that, look, people should no longer touch us with impunity. The only thing is that if we come together, if we are able to be organizable, are you hearing me? That is the only condition. Because as an individual, you are nothing. I want to hear individual. As an individual, you can do nothing. But once we are together, guided by or under with one ideology, now you see that when we say something, when we talk, our speech will go viral. Don't you see? That is why IPOB, once IPOB says something, Nigerian government now they start panicking. So now all one there. Do you know? Because it is only IPOB that are together. It is only IPOB that speaks, and Nigeria listen. So, according to the news, IPOB has ordered. ESN has been ordered to that side of part of Abia State to make sure to be in action. For your information, because some people think that IPOB is not doing anything. No, they want us, anything that IPOB does or ESN does, they come up so that they will sabotage it. No, I want a code. We have a system of doing things. You understand me? So what am I trying to say? It is high time we remain focused, not only remaining focused, but being able to do what? To stand and fight back. Be able to resist. That look, we can never be intimidated. That we must get Biafra. That is the thing. That is the thing. So, let me just see. Let me read the last news headline before. Okay, there is this statement by Obasanjo. If you understand this man, you will, as an Igbo man, as a Biafran, you will hate him with all your heart. The kind of hatred I hate on him, even is competing with that of Gowon. I'm telling you honestly. He said, Western democracy has failed in Nigeria. We need an alternative model, says ex-president Obasanjo. All this set of people are moving around with impunity because they know that the Nigerian population are nothing. Well, they are zombies. They are, you see, they are nothing. Nigerian population are divided. When you start maybe talking something, bringing facts against Obasanjo, you see, some Yoruba people will come to defend him and insult you that you are a fraud. That you are. They don't check the fact. That is why these people are moving with impunity. He himself that is saying it. What about the $16 billion that was mapped out for electricity project in Nigeria? He did it. Where is the money? Where is the electricity? Western democracy has failed Nigeria. We need alternative model. They feel that it is, as politicians, it is their job to put mouth on things in order to be rigmaroling. Kana round and round. It's part of their job. Because what is he doing? To talk anything he wants, and Nigerians will be discussing. It will be Nigerian youths will be busy discussing. No, Obasanjo say with this and that. Put people on the Nigerian youths on Hana for nothing. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo has stated that Nigeria must reassess its political system, suggesting that Western liberal democracy is failing the country. Okay. Do you see how evil they are? Once they are outside, they can talk anything they want. They're nonsense. Okay, which kind of system of government that will make Nigeria work? There is none. There is none. One, Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is an entity forced together. The whole people that are there are forced together to be there under gunpoint. The politicians has, succeeded in mostly the northern politicians that look, being in Nigeria, they are stealing, in the north, the Fulani Caliphate. What they know is to breed human beings. They don't care to give them any training. Once the person start walking and start talking, they give him small pots to go and start begging as Almajiri. And he will be learning Arabic, Quran only, nothing in his head. That's why they don't lack people to be people to be used as guinea pigs for Bill Gates and Western pharmaceutical tests. In the north, they fool now, human beings fool. That's why Alhaji, it's because of, let me tell you something. Do you know that it is because of Nigerians that Saudi Arabia stopped paying blood money? Do you know that? No. Do you know that? Do you know what blood money means? If they go to Mecca, any person that is being killed by accident in Mecca during the course of Hajj, I think if I don't know whether I'm completely right on the specific amount. I think the Saudi government before pays $50,000 to the victim's family, the accident victim's family. Do you know that? Do you know why they stopped? They abolished this. Saudi Arabia abolished this because of Nigerians, because of Alhajis that are coming. Do you know these people are crook? Do you know what they used to do? If all these Alhajis, all these people, if they want to go to Mecca, they will prepare Almajiri full everywhere now. People, children, when they born the children, the Hausa children and other ethnicities, not the Fulani. They coerce them into surrendering their children to learn Quran. So from there you will see children that don't know even their parents. They grow, they become liability because they don't even know their parents. They grow on the streets virtually. So anytime many of all these Alhajis, anytime they want to go to Mecca, they start preparing. They will carry you see somebody, maybe he'll carry 6 children, 6 underage children. He will register them, prepare documents for them as his children. There now, Musa plenty, Danla they full everywhere, Haruna. So it's just a few names they are answering. So he will prepare documents for them as his children, with passport and buy tickets, because he knows that he's going to his business venture. What I'm telling you is what is real. What I'm telling you is factual. It's fact. If they are listening to Radio Biafra, they will say, how does these people know all these things? So when these people go to Mecca, you will see one person who will carry 6 Almajiris, registering them as his children. Are you hearing me? Now, when he reached there, when they finish, one time maybe Saudi Arabia roads are very huge, they are very large. He will pass express road, maybe while crossing, he will tell for out of the six, he will carry two. He will carry two by his hand and cross the main road, the big road, the big how many lanes. He will cross and run and cross as a mature person. Now the other, we take the other ones wait. Now from the other side he know that some of them motor will jam them, motor will kill them. He will start telling them, oh yeah, man across, oh yeah, come. Children now, maybe 6, maybe 8 years, 10 years, they don't know, they never see this type of. You see them, Abukap also, they will run to cross. Before you know, out of the 4, maybe 3, pure motor will jam them. Hey, ya dear, whoa, Allah, no, moya, wono. Do you know those 3? If they pay him $50,000, that is $150,000. He will go and claim it from the Saudi authority. So when Saudi Arabia, every year they are paying this money, they start checking who are the most recipients of this money. They see that Nigeria is number 1. More than 80% is going to people from Nigeria. They say no. They start investigating now. They understand that this thing, they now use it as business, killing people. They abolish it. And since they abolish it, you no longer see Alhaji coming to Mecca with 6 children. No, he come alone, maybe with his wife Aja. Do you see? That is what I'm telling you, is what happened. It's true. So Saudi Arabia abolished the payment of blood money, and this accident stopped. This is how they behave. But many of us think that these are criminals. They use religion to mask themselves. They are criminals. I'm telling you, they are criminals. What they go to Saudi Arabia to do, some they go to for business. They use that some for selling drug, some different types of very wicked businesses and illegal businesses. So Obasanjo is calling for another system of government for Nigeria. Which system? That will make Nigerians good. Is that they continue pushing Nigerians to the wrong argument, so that that is what they do. But Obasanjo for me, he is the most evil of all evil people, because he pretends he loves us, but whereas he is the problem we are. He gives to destroy us. What is his mind? To make us to be useless set of people, to make Igbos to be as useless as ever. Don't you see one Ekperima? He is the person that was promoting Ekperima. Oh, that Ekperima, this one is more dangerous. Another person more dangerous than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has surfaced. Now wow, Nigeria has problem. For you, in order to legitimize it in your mindset, you don't know. People that can do this are very, very wicked. They are bad. I say, when it comes to between Obasanjo and Buhari, even I will prefer Buhari 10 times, because Buhari show you that I hate you. Open, koro. I don't want. When you see Igbo man, Buhari, you will see it in his face. He wants to use gun to kill you, that you are an enemy till today, till he died. But Obasanjo will come and say, hey, now I love you. You don't know that the hatred they have for you is boiling inside him, but he's just playing politics. He always plans our destruction. That is it. But we know. So we know him. So now let me go the last news headline. Biafra agitation will resurface if Nigeria fails to treat Southeasterners fairly. Let General Effiong warn. That is Professor Effiong Jr. Yes, this is he is our man. Yes, that is today's news. I think he was interviewed by Rudolph Okonkwo. the son of Major General Philip Effiong, the second in command of the short-lived Biafra Republic. You know, do you see how they used to, whenever they are describing Biafra, they will describe it in a way that, you know, you understand? How can make sure to demonize it using words so that you will understand that this is like this. It's no more. That is something that is not possible for you. For people that know it's not something that is feasible any longer. They said the second in command of the short-lived Biafra Republic, Professor Philip Effiong Jr., has revealed that his father once warned that if the people of Biafra of the southeast region didn't get fair treatment in Nigeria, another agitation for Biafra secession will arise. Of course, that is true. You know, I respect this man. Because he told the path of his father. His father stayed and died without saying in Nigerian politics. These are heroes. And these are diehards. You know, Professor Effiong, he has spoken here on Radio Biafra for several times. Yes, I've hosted them. Yes, during Biafra awareness program, education and awareness program. So, his father said since after the war, he didn't go to enter Nigerian politics. He didn't go. Quiet until he died, because he remains a hardcore. What he believes, he remained there, or he don't want to soil his hand on anything in Nigeria. And his son is still the same, carrying the same mantle. That is how you know people that are consistent. I'm telling you honestly. Let us not enter there. Let us continue, I beg. Our people, we must make sure to remove sentiment. We must make sure to remove sentiment. No country progresses with sentiment. I am telling you honestly. When I look at what is happening in Syria, how the Europeans, how EU, how the West sponsored terrorists to be empowered, to be the legitimate government in power in Syria today, it baffles me. But there is nothing that will baffle me any longer. In this world, there is nothing. Somebody that was on wanted hit list of America, which means had it been al-Baghdadi was not killed by American bomb a few years back, he would have been he would have been part of it. They sponsored that just in order to the same way they fought communism, they fought Russia, Soviet Union, using Islamic terrorists. They are still continuing it. You know, there's one thing, like what one of our brothers said yesterday. The Fulani, they position themselves as the globalists. For your information, these people are smart. When you listen to Bala Mohammed, the former governor of Bauchi State, he said the Fulani, that they are the globalists. A Fulani man is a globalist. I will play it if I'm on break. Are you hearing me? Which means they are attaching themselves to the world order, so that you don't know, they make statements, calculated statements that matter. They are highly political. So that is why the Fulani is being supported by the West. They are the agents of the West everywhere. The Fulani. That's why they use them. You know, they are ready to they don't care. They are ready to be used. They are willing tools. The Fulani. That's why they are using them in the Sahel. They allow the Fulani to have. Fulani is the only tribe in the whole of Africa that have a standing army without a government. Do you hear what I'm saying? Check all over Africa. There is no other tribe that have a standing army. It's only Fulani they have it, and they are not hiding it. That's why anywhere they just continue going that side. They are army. They are working with the West because they position themselves as globalists. So they are agents of the West. They use them. See how they are slaughtering people, the Alawites, the ethnic minorities and religious minorities in Syria. And the Western media are not showing all these things. Something that is going on openly. Even the terrorists that is in government, that is the government of Syria today, they are videoing everything by themselves. Torturing people, they enter a village, they slaughter everybody, both children, and they boast about it. They send everything, and they are doing it their life on video, on Facebook. The Western government are not showing it. They are not concerned. Instead, they start blaming. When you continue listening to Western media, you are gone. Your brain is gone forever. I'm telling you. Your brain is gone. What is happening in Syria? They don't care. They don't give a damn. What matters to them is that thing. That's their objective. Whether it's taking the lives of millions of people, that is not their problem. The former British Prime Minister, Arnold Wilson, during Biafra, he said the dead bodies of the corpses of millions of Biafra will never change British policy on Nigeria. So our lives means nothing. It's time for us to also do our own thing, to be suicidal, to be focused and suicidal. No, don't give a damn about money. Obasanjo splashed the money during Biafran war and ended the war. People saw money and started misbehaving. Commanders, they make it easy. The same thing Ekperima used in deceiving some of our people. IPOB in Ebony, some coordinators, some deceive. What of it? Can you resist money? That is why I say there is no there shouldn't be any type of sentiment in this struggle. No type of sentiment. This is where I'm going to stop. We go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I will be right back.
Biafra Community in Ireland, Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hereby invite all Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom in Ireland and around the world,
as we join the Irish people worldwide to celebrate the yearly St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dundalk, County Louth, Ireland. Date:
Monday, 17th of March 2025. Time: 11 a.m. Venue:
Dundalk City Centre, IPOB Dublin Zone Assembly Point, Red Cow Tram Station off Junction 9, M50/N7 exit. Gathering time:
8 a.m. prompt. Departure time: 9 a.m. prompt. Host: IPOB.
For more information, contact Mazi Nnamdi, Dundalk Coordinator.
Gathering point before the starting of the event: McDonald's, Dundalk. Join us live on Facebook.
Mazi Isaiah Uba, IPOB Deputy European Representative, 089-264-8931. Mazi Charles Mba, IPOB Ireland National Coordinator, 085-143-4454.
Mazi Charles Ibebugu, IPOB National PRO, 0877-463304. IPOB Limerick Coordinator Mazi Churchill, Cosmax, and Mazi Ben Anyanwu 089-249-0835 or 089-960-1378. Mazi Kajetanduru Anyanwu, IPOB Dublin Coordinator 089-9591-330.
Cock Coordinator Mazi Peter Ewuzie Ezudo 085-284-2767. IPOB Waterford Coordinator Mazi Philip Oubiko 087-165-9162.
Mazi Chimeze Wosu, IPOB Dundalk Coordinator 089-98-19827. Wanda Kate Chinagorom, National Financial Secretary 0830-255963.
Mazi Chinedu 087-275-6267. IPOB Carry Coordinator Mazi Ugochukwu Keke Iheme 089-955-8999.
Wanda Ukamaka Ume, IPOB Donagas/Lepo Kelly Coordinator 089-9588-956. Mazi Kamadim 089-618-2905. Secretary, IPOB Dublin. Come one, come all. Let's keep Biafra alive.
Sign Mazi Stephen Chukwemeka, IPOB Island National Secretary 085-868-3440. Let them know, let them know, let them know. Freedom of Biafra is there.
Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together. Where Fulanis from other countries?
The issue of misconception, I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries, who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project. And it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say, yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our local of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 13th day of March 2025, and we are on Radio Biafra London House of Service. Our lines are now opened. As I said, you see the thing I played. The man Bala Mohammed is very, very proud to tell the whole world that Fulani have a culture of vengeance. Whereas when you say vengeance is of the Lord, this is we also have this culture of vengeance. We are not the people that used to leave our vengeance to one unseen spirit. No, because we punish our criminals. If people come to attack us, we reprise. Are you hearing me? It is when this culture of foreign religion came to our land that we are mellowed down. You know, this religion is like a big maggot. You know, when maggot do. Until this era, the result comes out that now these people have been eaten. They have been conquered mentally. Wait for their peaceful people. They wait for vengeance from the Lord, from their Lord. I don't know where their Lord is staying. But the Fulani man is telling the whole world on national television that the Fulani have a culture of vengeance. If you do them some, even Nasir El-Rufai have said it several times that the Fulani, they don't forget. You do them something today, is a debt they will pay back. But our own people, we are peaceful people, peaceful, and we are dying. We are being sidelined because sheep is very peaceful. The developmental budget in Nigeria, where they sidelined us because they know that we are peaceful. You don't see how the man talk, Chinedu. He rose up to talk. The man said, "Okay, I've had you. Just sit down, I've had you." Because we are peaceful people. The other one starts from the background. Mr. Speaker, South, the rail. Because we are peaceful people. You don't dare do it to the northerners. They will first of all scatter. The war will start there in the Senate. Direct. It will start there in the Senate. Before, as they are fighting the war in the Senate, physical. Now, their people will now everywhere turn Nigeria upside down. Because that's why you leave them, say, now leave them. They are one day now. They are one day when they make violence. Why can't we be known like that? So the cannot so but religion at all go get peaceful chicken, peaceful lamb of God. Our lines are now open. Our WhatsApp line and signal line is as usual +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller already waiting on WhatsApp. Mazi, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Mazi Chinedu from Dublin, yeah? Dublin PRO. Now, Mazi, which are each opportunity, you have already played it in the jingle concerning our St. Patrick's Day coming up on Monday, this upcoming Monday, 17th of March. So, more religious opportunity, come for all the whole Dublin, to come out in mass. If you are a lover of freedom, if you are a Biafran, you are expected to come out that day. We are going to Dundalk City Center to support the Irish people in their normal celebration, their St. Patrick's Day parade. So want to use that opportunity to call all the whole Ireland IPOB member, especially the Dublin, which is our zone. I'm calling everybody to come out, please. We are meeting up in Dublin Red Cow. Dublin Red Cow is a tram line, so we are meeting up there by 8 a.m. Before 9 a.m. we are already moving towards the Dundalk city. So the transport is made available there because when you're on a I think we have enough transport to transport anybody, all the IPOB friends and lovers will have enough to transport everybody to that Dundalk city. You can find your way. There is a tram station there, so you can find your way directly to the Dundalk city. So it's not something that someone will complain, that I'm working, I'm doing this. There is no excuse whatsoever. If you're an IPOB member, you don't have any excuse to come out on Monday for this parade. So within all the IPOB members, the coordinator have told us entirely, and you know the consequences. If you didn't come out that, I don't want to say it online here. Just have to know the consequences if you didn't come out. This is another way we are trying to let people, as we are supporting the St. Patrick's Day parade. We are also showcasing the world that we are IPOB, we are Biafrans. Biafrans is alive. It's like a war front to us, and it's like a protest to us also. So we want everybody to come out that day, please, and please. So we don't want any excuse from all the whole of the members and all the whole IPOB members in the island as a whole. So this is just an announcement I want to. It has been played here through the jungle, and I think everybody there, if you need any information, just listen to the jingle again, you get the number. For those of us in Dublin, you can call Mazi CJ, the Dublin coordinator, on 0899591330. 0899591330. Please, we are calling everybody. Mazi Ndewo Dalo Ago Kokam Oham no
We must continue. We must continue in what we are doing. This is to urge our people. If you are in Dublin, please, you need to attend, because what we are doing is command and control. Our people, we are trying to change. We are trying to change the mentality of this in control. That is it. Because the war, the type of situation we are in, is about, it is, the only solution is when we can be in unison. That is the only thing. When we are disciplined and focused, that is it. Caller on signal. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
Yeah, Mazi.
Yes, good evening to you, and good evening to Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Stephen Chukwumadabuchi, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. Mazi, let me start with that police commissioner in Abia State. Inviting PG and Bishop and people from a particular town to come and answer for alleged Fulani man who was supposed to have been killed in a particular area. I have a question for Nigerians, to one Nigerianist, to Biafrans and Ndibo. Our people were killed in Ebonyi State. How many of them were massacred in Ebonyi State? Who was invited? Who was arrested? Who was buried for the killings? Our people were massacred again in Ihamufu. Enugu State, who was arrested, who was queried, who was invited. Instead, in Ebonyi State, Igbo Ayaka, who asked questions, was arrested and still in detention, as far as I know. And please, somebody, if you know anything about Igbo Ayaka, try to tell us in Radio Biafra that a man who asked questions why his people are being massacred is in jail, but the people who did the massacring are free as birds. And then, what is the police commissioner in Ebonyi and in Enugu, and what is the X2 division in Enugu doing to assuage and curb and stop the rampage of Fulani terrorists in East, especially in Enugu and Ebonyi axis? And then before you go to Abia and they have their divisions and the camps and barracks everywhere, but they're not stopping terrorists. But when when they say, oh, herdsmen allege that one of their members were killed, our people will be invited for questions and grilling and torture and maybe jailed. Now, a young graduate, Ndubisi, who Fulani terrorists killed his dad, went to the farm to get cassava with his mom in their farm. He was killed. Who has the police commissioner and the whole intelligence and the armed forces in Enugu invited to know who killed him and what happened to him and why he was killed? And this Mr. Obi, coming from Kaduna, was kidnapped in Kogi, and his people ran around to raise 10 million to pay for the ransom. The man has been killed. What did the police commissioner in Kogi do to know who killed the young man and why? And where are those who killed him? You see, what I want to say is that a kind of different type of justice and treatment when something happened to a particular people, but when our people are being killed en masse and simply and everywhere, and our businesses are being damaged, nobody's invited, nobody's queried, nobody's detained. And so it is behoving on our people, because we know that our plight in Nigeria is not their concern. We have to, take care of ourselves. We can take care of our own and ourselves. Young men and women, don't let you be taken like a fish in a pond, not even in a body of water, just in a pond. You can just point and select. We cannot allow this. Otherwise, you know what these people are doing? They want to terrorize our people so much so that our people cannot respond to anything that they are doing to us. And this idea that my God or whoever you call him will come from heaven now, Jesus Christ will come from heaven and defend you and you pray and everything is all right. He said the seed on our people, and that is why our people are so docile and comatose. But it's time to wake up. And according to this Fulani, why are the Fulani claiming to be globalists? You know why? Because they are fond of going to take up people's land and things and monopolize it. So they think we are globalists. So and when you think about globalists, then you think, what is economic globalization championed by the people who support the Fulani, meaning the British and the Allies? Economic globalization is a system where people will come from God knows where, from the so-called West, and they come somewhere in Africa, and the minerals and everything there, they monopolize it and tell you they're globalized. The company will scattering gold and diamond and oil and gas and everything, and they tell you, we will give you a share of it. They will be the one to extract and refine. They will tell you the expenses they make. It is what they report or declare is what they will give you a percentage of. And you have no control because you don't know what they're doing. They will tell you, you see, how many tons of gold have an Australian company stored in Mali, controlling the Malian gold, until this present government in Mali said, no, it can't be like that. And then, who benefits from the so-called economic globalization? It is the people who support Fulani way of grabbing people's, things and land and minerals, who advises and collaborates with the Fulani to maintain the damnation called Nigeria. It is Britain and her allies. Remember, a person in Texas has $69 billion from oil they stole from Nigeria. Only in Texas, only one company. How many of such companies and individuals exist all over the world? Now you know why no matter what we say, no matter our plight in Nigeria, nobody listens to us, because they are sucking us dry. And so, what do? We have to we have to man up, stand up, and take our rights. Nobody will give it to us. And now, OBJ has all of a sudden discovered that the so-called democracy has failed Africa. And now the question is, which system of government was OBJ supposed to have been helping Obi to win in the 2023 general election? My people, OBJ is a Nigerian and neocolonialist agent. He was doing a psychological operation in Obi to calm him down, calm our people down, raise their hope, so that the object of his puppet masters will be achieved. It behoves from us to support the leadership of IPOB, because and then we support the Eastern Security Network, who is guarding our land, who are doing the heavy lifting. They just need our support. Please, my people, join IPOB. Let's join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra.
Mazi. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Mazi, good evening.
No, Mazi.
Yeah, my name is Mazi. I'm the Mazi So, I'm coming from the United Kingdom. Can you hear me?
Yes, go on, Mazi, go on.
Okay, Mazi, thank you for standing for us. And I'm very, very, with the right attention, I was listening to your messages every now and then. And occasionally could not warrant me to call you. Maybe thank God I got it today. That's all that you are saying. We are very, very certain about the intimidation and the intimidation about our elites, those who got the so-called elites that are bringing to our side. First of all, it is very, very, very appalling. How can somebody behave, even at times when we are young, I was say, stop behaving like a woman. This one is not stop behaving like a woman, they're just behaving like dons because of monetary aspect of it. So the question I want to ask those people who went to that Abuja and said they are representing us, do they know that the money that we are sharing, the money they are sharing to the Fulani that came from Nigeria, who are not indigenous people, and other ethnic nationalities, the person from, there's a lot of us there.
I didn't put anything anywhere. So what I'm saying, did they realize that the money, the money is coming from Biafra land? That money they're just making use of it. And that man that was saying, Mr. President, is that how to fight? Is that how to fight? The answer is no. He's not fighting for anything. He's just trying to make sure that he raises his voice in order for someone to know that they have spoken. It is very, very appalling. Oh my God, it is very, very appalling. He's not giving us he's giving us a very good nightmare. That these people will go down only for their own selfish aggrandizement. If they die now, those money will just vanish like that. And they have not achieved wonder, and they have not achieved anything in their constituencies. Coming to the Fulani that have been rampaging every year in the Biafra land, and whenever they cut one, they will go around and continue to pray and to complain as if the land belongs to them. We are not going to agree on whatever the police commissioners are saying. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that we must stand tall against our enemies and we face them head on. That's what we do. My happiness is for that the commander of our IPOB commander have already sent an emissary there to make sure that those evil people, those terrorist people who are going around killing our people for not just cause are being forced out, irrespective of the docility of our people, irrespective of the docility of our people. How can they not stand against that? They were sending them as them so. Not some of them how can these people just go all the way from Futajelon down to the Biafra land and start to terrorize us, and they expect us to just keep calm and will not do anything? But I saw today, somebody said to me, but I don't know exactly where it is. Where their cows are eating up all the cassava. They will uproot the cassava and give it to the cow to eat. And they are shouting on top of their voices. Maybe that thing is in Biafra land. I don't know exactly what is happening. It is very, very appalling. We continue to talk, man. Continue to talk. What they are saying is entering. It is only the IPOB that is defending the Biafra land, whether they like it or not. They say we are not doing anything, but because who knows that without Biafra, without the IPOB, Biafra land would have been in a very state of comatose. So that's what I want to say. That we continue to stand again. I continue to pray for them. I continue to assist for Israel to make sure that they stand their ground to defend the Biafra land. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity.
There were almost there. Thank you very much. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones. Mazi, he said he didn't understand what is happening. What is happening is that Fulanization is on top gear. You know, the way Britain came and colonized. Colonization is not one day job. When the Europeans came, it was a process. It took time. Little by little, they were killing people. They were using stick and carrots. They used missionaries moving around as the Fulanis do. Exactly. When you see what is going on now, this is just like what happened to us, our ancestors, for your information. You see the Fulani, they use their imam, they are converting our people, they use money to entice them. Where they can use terror, they use terror, to strike terror in the minds in the hearts of our people. Not only our people, the indigenous people in Nigeria. That is a colonization, ongoing. Exactly, that is what is going on. And there is a breaking news that we are hearing now. that on Monday, 10th of March 2025, a group of Fulani terrorists, Islamist terrorists, attacked Pastor Damian Ozoruo's church, Divine Majesty Church in Abuja. Some armed Fulani Islamists stormed the church, resulting in 3 members being killed, 13 members abducted, and several others suffering from bullet injuries. Soon after the assault, the Fulani kidnappers called for a ransom of 4 million naira each for the 13 individuals they kidnapped from the church. And the church leaders are arranging the funds to pay the ransom to the kidnappers. The church leaders asserted that their intention is to conceal this attack on the church from the public to prevent any impact on their church service attendance. Do you see why I say to fear to this imperial Western religion that is capitalism? Complete capitalism. What matters to them is the impact it will have. That's why they hid it. Don't allow people, otherwise it will discourage people from coming to our church, and thereby will not have returns. Do you see? Some people know that they put sentiment on it. Something they should escalate. They should blaster everywhere. Actions taken in Abuja. This is what we have been saying. The last caller, Mazi, say he don't know what is happening. What is happening is colonization on top of gear. They are striking terror everywhere. And the worst thing is that they use Igbo hatred or hatred to Igbo people. They use Igbo hatred to block other people's mentality. So that when you want to talk, to follow Biafrans, just anytime go in the midst of whether X or TikTok, in the midst of where Yorubas are talking on some things, you enter there, talk something reasonable. Hey, all of them, they will leave everything they are talking now. Oh, you Biafra, they will start mocking you, insulting you. Oh, you Biafra, you don't Igbo man. Because that is what the way the caliphate, the way Britain programmed them through the caliphate. Remember, they made sure as British policy that Igbos and Yorubas will never agree, that they will never work together. They should never work together politically. Otherwise, Britain lose Nigeria. Do you see that? Do you see that? Now, they went to a church, an Igbo man church, Divine Majesty Church in Abuja, and they killed 3 people, injured about 11, and kidnapped 13 in Abuja, capital city of Nigeria. Do you see that? And it's not making wave. It's very, very sad indeed. We are able, I will continue hitting on this point. We must remove ourselves from this ship we are being called. We accept. It's a spell. It's a spell being put on us, but people don't know. We are the sheep. We are the Lamb of God. We must stop it. Stop it. Reject it. Reject it from your head, so that we go back. We took over. You will go back to who we were. This is very sad, honestly. We must continue making sure that Biafra is restored. Otherwise, Nigeria is our graveyard. Nigeria is Biafra people's graveyard, for your information. That is why we are doing what we are doing. But we must continue. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra is our ideology. Therefore, we must continue making sure that we are focused and continue making sure that we have this mentality of fighting, that we must sacrifice everything sacrificable in order to make sure that Biafra is restored. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.